Never miss another live stream again. Hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell, and click see all notifications. What's the motherfucking deal? Y'all already know what happened. You know, motherfucker actually gets shit on time. Something always has to go kerplunk at the fucking end. But anyway, what's the motherfucking deal? Welcome to Sauce Sports. If you're not familiar with Sauce Sports is a Houston, Texas homer network. So that means we're talking about all sports, but only Houston. Tonight we're going to talk about a couple of things going on in the city, mainly talking about the Rockets tonight. And I have Breaking News Braylon with me on tonight. Breaking News Braylon, how you doing this evening?
Man, doing good. Enjoying my summer break. So yeah, I'm in heaven right now.
Already. Good deal. So let's go back right here. That should be good. So with all that's been going on, and I think my time is a little bit off because something kind of froze up for a second. We'll get it all in order. So that you own summer. I know you're feeling relieved, but things aren't going the way we wanted with the Rockets, and there's some interesting things happening with the Texans. We're going to talk a little Texans today. I don't want everybody to think we're only going to talk Rockets today. You know, I don't have the full Rockets background, so that means we're going to talk, a little bit of everything. But we're mainly going to talk about CP3 and that situation because that's the hot topic right now. Even though any value that he would really have to us is over a year away, it will be hopefully this time next season that we would be concerned and be talking about, what CP3 is doing, hopefully in the NBA Finals. But I want to talk about a couple of things. And what I want to discuss mainly is if CP3 is worth a max deal. But before we get in that conversation, y'all know how we start these things, man. Y'all know it's Sauce Sports, if you're not familiar. Sauce Sports is all about the fresh motherfucking ingredients. And you're like, what the fuck is a fresh ingredient? Well, that would be you. Y'all are the fresh ingredients. Y'all are the flavors. Y'all are the opinions. Y'all are the thoughts that make this thing so saucy. Like I say, everybody comes with a different taste, with a different feel, and the fact that we all come together, we stir it up, even though we're rooting for the same thing, that's what makes the sauce. That's what makes the flavor so motherfucking fresh. So to get this started off properly, let's get that motherfucking.
Hey,
yes, sir.
Hey, let me go ahead and fuck up the sauce real quick because them niggas saying I'm in 7th grade. Y'all was so fucking wrong.
Breaking news, Brandon. Started young, man. Started young. So let's see what we got.
I'm a senior.
You see?
I'm also taking college classes, so get off my dick.
Oh,
all right?
Okay. Hold on. That boy multitasking. Hold up, dog. That's good shit, though. That's good shit. So shout out to Wise, Heidi, Houston B, Mr. Killer KB, James Harden, Clutch Game, and Jerry, Mrs. Voodoo C, Guru. We have Malcolm Thompson. What's the motherfucking deal? Durf, Dog, Magoonie. That's such a great name. South City. What's the motherfucking deal? And Durf Dog is actually making some very good points that we're gonna come back to here in just a second. Hector, what's the motherfucking deal? Shout out to Tom Ball already. Kingwood in the motherfucking house. I see y'all already. Crow P3. Durf Dog is on fire right now. Y'all gotta pay attention to what he's talking about. J-Pac, what's the motherfucking deal? Make sure I ain't missing nobody. Houston Homer, what's the motherfucking deal? Elijah Turner, what's the motherfucking deal? Crip Yoshi, y'all, and gang banging already set tripping. Dr. Rabbit, to make sure I ain't missing nobody. Ed Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Well, I gotta be fuck CP3, goddamn. Let's see. Who else we got in the motherfucking mix? Rigo, what's the motherfucking deal? Max, what's the motherfucking deal? Make sure I'm showing love to everybody, man. That's really what it's all about. Okay. And if I missed you, I apologize. Jonathan, what's the motherfucking deal? And Cool Amber, what's the motherfucking deal? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about a bunch of things, man. We're going to talk about a lot of CP3, but we're also going to speak a lot on some of the things going on out of OTAs and of the sort. So starting with CP3.
I mean, there's more Rockies news instead of more than CP3. I'm just saying.
Yes. There's some other things. We're going to discuss a few very interesting issues, but I think that a lot of them all tie into what CP3 does, and the things that are going on with the money that he wants, and some other decisions. And so I want to talk about a few different angles of this situation. So first off, I want to know what y'all think. I'm gonna put it up I'm gonna put a poll up. And what I'm going to ask, of course, is how do y'all feel? I mean, do you feel that CP3 deserves max money? I mean, just a simple yes or no. Before we start getting into details, and I'll tell y'all what I think and as to why I believe this. How do you feel, brother? Do you think that CP3 deserves max money?
I mean, it depends on what you say, max money. Because his maximum is 35 million.
Uh-huh.
I know that's ridiculous. That's the money that you're only giving to LeBron and the Kawhis and the Hardens and the Westbrook. But we can take 5 million off and sign up for 3 years and give him 90 million. But the third year be an option. I mean, it could be like that. I mean, maximum money is the stupidest definition of the whole NBA. Because there's a player right now that's sitting on benches, ain't playing, that's getting the maximum contracts on a consistent basis. Chandler Parsons.
I don't even want to talk about niggas that's sitting on our bench getting under max money, but it's still too much money. So that's the whole thing.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, here's the deal. As everybody's speaking, I see a lot of people are leaning no, and I see a lot of people, and I can understand that because you look at it like this. You're like, okay, well, CP3 gave us about roughly 2/3 of a season. You would say he missed what the first? How many was the first game? First 15, 20
first like 15.
Okay, and then he could be backdoor, missed a couple along the way here and there, and then missed the two most important games of the season. Okay.
Quinn fucking Cook. Fuck that nigga. that G looker that's getting paid $60,000 a year. Yeah, that's bad, right?
Man, that's
$60,000
to put a hit. You know what I'm saying? He put a hit out on CP3, man. But before I get into it, I want to look at a couple of things. Okay, so what the rumors are, and I see a lot of people talking about Waj and some other things going on. From what I've seen on Twitter, they were saying if CP3 was offered the max deal, 5-year deal, it would be looking something like this. Right now, CP3 just turned 33 in May 6th or May 8th, something like that. You know, not that long ago. So it means about this time, at the end of each season, he would be getting a little bit older. So at the end of 19, or at the end of the season, the 2019, you would have a 34-year-old CP3 making $35.4 million, about almost more than $1 million per year you've been alive. And then you're talking in 20, 38.2 at the age of 35, 41 million at the age of 36, 43.8 million at the end of the 22 season would be at the age of 37. If we're talking about a full 5 years, it would be at the end of the 22-23 season would be the last year of that deal. $46.7 million at the age of 38. Now, there's a couple of things that we need to account for. That's a lot of fucking money. You're talking about almost $500,000, damn near a game. We've got 82 games in the season. You're talking about 41 million. Shit, at 36, you're getting $500,000 a fucking game. You're getting $500,000 a game to play fucking basketball. Okay, let's look at CP3's stats from this year. Okay, and this is another thing I want you guys to account for when you're thinking about whether or not he deserves this money. Okay. Averaged 18.6 points, 5.4 rebounds, almost 8 assists, 7.9, and then 1.7 steals per game in the regular season. Okay. Now, the regular season, in my opinion, is not what we wanted Chris Paul for. So that's cool. That's all fine and dandy. The Rockets can handle the regular season, the best record and all that other good stuff. That was great. But that's not what we were pursuing because we've gotten to the Western Conference Finals not having the best record before and all those other things. But in the playoffs now, he stepped it up a notch. 21.1 points a game, almost 6 rebounds a game, averaging 5.8 assists. Now, his assists dropped by nearly 2 full assists a game, but I think he got a little bit more selfish. I think he started to take over, and I'm not upset with that. I have no problem with that. Then there were a lot of games where he was making passes, guys were not fucking making shots. So that's not on him. And then he stepped it up a notch, averaging 2 steals a game. Now, what we need CP3 for mainly is playoff Paul. Now that's what I want y'all to consider too while we're talking about this. Now, the reason why I feel like and I guess I do got the bank open. It's been so long. Let me see who won the sauce and then let me reset it before we get it all activated. Who had the most, even though we've been kind of here and there, it hasn't been as As damn, we really weren't that active last week, were we? I'll just leave it as it is because it ain't it ain't really no. So I'm used to seeing the millions as of late, and we just gonna keep the sauce as it is. Only a couple 100,000. So here's the thing. Here's what I say. Why I feel like it's a very interesting scenario with CP. Do I want to give him that much money? Fuck no, not even close. Like. I feel like the health factor is an issue because you're talking about at 33, gave you 2/3 of a season, missed the most important games of the season. Is his body wearing down? Can he handle a full season worth of games? Can he handle an extended postseason worth of games? You know, that's something that you have to think, consider, and worry about. Now, this is from, you know, the ownership fan perspective because you want to pay Capella. You know, you want to keep a reason. You have a couple other contracts there that are very interesting that you want to maintain. But I think the big problem that you come into is these pieces that you want to maintain, did they bring as much to the table as what Chris Paul did? What else? What other value does Chris Paul have? Well, we've already heard that he's out there recruiting LBJ. You know, we've heard those rumors. I don't want to say it. I don't want to admit it because that sounds like tampering to me. But, you know, we've heard him say it.
Shit, Harden tempered to get CP3 to be truthful.
Yeah, honestly.
I remember the interview saying that they was having a conversation about Paul coming to Houston when we was playing the Clippers during the regular season. I was like, damn. So hey, but it's not tempering because it's the players talking to each other. You know, so hey.
Yeah, absolutely. Because technically, he is a free agent. His contract is up. So you have the LeBron James connection. Now you got to think about too. Now, in a sense, do the Rockets owe this to CP3 if he's to stay here? Because he turned down $200 million in LA to stay there. So I mean, it's a lot of money that was on the table that he was willing to give up to come here to play. And I'm sure under the assumption that the Rockets would take care of him. Also on the assumption that the Rockets probably had, though, was hoping that he would be healthy and be able to contribute when it mattered the most. But I don't want to make it seem like CP3 didn't bring anything to the table. I don't want to make it seem like he just rode along and didn't do anything because that is not the case. CP3 won some very pivotal games for us.
Yeah.
And then you got to think about the competition. You got to think about a lot of factors, and these are a lot of things. Shout out to Heidi because she puts a couple of good ideas in my mind earlier. We were having a discussion.
Nah, but you know what the biggest problem with this the biggest problem with this right now is that this isn't confirmed. This was a speculation by Wojnarowski saying on this podcast that he believes CP3 wants the max.
Yeah.
Now we all know Wojnarowski is credible and will believe him, but there's times where he's been shitbag wrong.
Yes, absolutely.
Carmelo Anthony, thank God he was wrong about that.
Man, I ain't even talking about it, tripping.
It's whatever, but also I don't see CP3 taking the full max just because of what everybody's saying the Rockets is doing. Saying that, maybe we going trading for this player or trading for this player. What I do know is that there's a 24 hours every day that they are preparing to make trades during the draft for some player. Now we know once it hit draft day, everything starts going crazy. Kyrie Irving, Jimmy Butler, all of those players. So you never know. Just saying.
Okay, I see a lot of people. I see the poll and it was no, and you're not lying. I mean, there are a couple of. I saw somebody mention playoff Rondo. I don't know if I like Rondo's attitude on this team. So
he don't fit the system. It's that simple. You can't shoot threes and you playing on the Rockets. What? Huh?
Yeah, that ain't gonna shake. What's up, Outlaw? What's the motherfucking deal? But here's the thing. Though. What you got to consider too. We're talking about CP3 with the max. Well, what about LeBron? How much you think he's gonna lose money to come to Houston to get over that hump? I mean, it's something that I want to talk about. It kind of bothers me. Shout out to White Persuasion because we were talking about this earlier too. We always look at CP3 as a competitor. You know what I'm saying? We always look at CP3 as what's up, Shaq Kush? What's the motherfucking deal? Mega Man, what's the motherfucking deal? Great name, great game, Mega Man. So my thing is this: if LeBron was to come here, ain't he gonna want his money too? And so, how do we retain the guys like Capella? How do we retain guys like Ariza? I mean, how do you bring this in without gutting the entire fucking roster, which is my honest opinion is what got us there.
That's the most conflicting part about this offseason right now is Capella. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and say the names now. It may be a little bit too early in the show, but to say the names, but to see the names that the Rockets are going after, trades. Well, mostly trades because we legit can't get nobody in free agency because we're over the maximum, not the luxury tax. That's a different situation. That's a lot of talking about that I got to do. I don't want to do that talking about the max. I mean, this luxury tax because that's too much information to learn in one day. I'm struggling to learn it in 3 weeks. I'm trying to learn it quickly so I can, whatever. But the names that I'm hearing, Jimmy Butler, Paul George. Now, there's a name that's also a max type player, but I don't see it. He won't take the max because he loves this city, truthfully. And that's DeAndre Jordan. That's him. So you take Capella out and you bring DeAndre Jordan in. Now, DeAndre Jordan has experience in the playoffs and playing physical. He's played more playoff games than CP3 has for the past 5 years because he's more healthy. Also, he is a bigger body, and he's better. He's slightly better on the defensive end than Capella. I don't know why I put that R in.
You don't feel like Capella showed you a little something this playoff series? I mean, you don't feel like Capella that's the new standard for him, that he set a new bar for himself?
I mean, okay. So he set a bar for himself that we can't afford. It's that simple.
Okay.
Now, DeAndre Jordan, we've known for the past year and a half that he'll take from Houston, knowing he can win a championship, and he's in his hometown city that he has a house in already. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, just something to throw around Capella, DeAndre Jordan, but include Jimmy Butler or Paul George in that, or LeBron.
Okay.
Or maybe 2 more, and Jimmy Butler or DeAndre Jordan, Paul. However you want it to go. Stop playing.
Shout out to Mr. Mediocre. What's the motherfucking deal? Fuck Honcho loves bed. Joe, hoe ass name. It's all Gucci. But you know me, I ain't no hater. Here's my thing, man. You bring up a good point though. You bring up a very good point. So I honestly feel like with DeAndre Jordan, I'd almost get the Gerald Green vibe. Because it's something about this city. People from this city love coming back to the city. Like, they love Houston because they know exactly what it is. But my thing is this. So would you be willing to dispose of Capella for a DeAndre and LeBron? I mean, is that what we're looking at? I mean, would it come down to that? Would you feel just as good about this team, or do you feel like it's a whole nother set of personalities and a whole nother issue with chemistry to deal with? Because now you're talking about a Harden, you're talking about a Paul, you're talking about a LeBron, and we all know LeBron is extremely passive aggressive. Yeah, I saw that thing about Clay too, and that's very interesting because Clay is in a situation where if he takes that extension, he's losing like $80 million. And shit, he's already got a couple of rings. As much as I hate that fucking washboard face fucker. And another thing about, man, fuck the Warriors, dog. Like, I had to look. Let me just get off track for a second, man. Look, I'm just like, I didn't know this, but I just discovered this earlier today. I didn't know Klay Thompson's dad played in the NBA too. Like, I'm tired of people trying to push this idea like this is just a ragtag bunch of guys who just figured it all out and you had generations of experience before this shit. These motherfuckers was skeeting for this shit to happen to existence. You know what I'm saying? Skeeting basketball players into existence. They're like, get the fuck out of here. Like, man, how many other teams do you know that just have 2 sons of former professional players playing together, dog, and then somehow just a record setting? Like, get the fuck out of here. Everybody around that goes.
They got 3 players that has professional basketball player in their body.
Who was the other one they got?
JaVale McGee, his mom played in the WNBA as a Hall of Famer.
Fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. The W The WNBA, that's like high school basketball. But anyway, yeah, I mean, it's true, though. It's professional pedigree, you know, at the highest possible level for a woman to play. That's unfortunate. I wish women's sports were interesting so that they could get more love. But honestly, like, just being honest, man, it's like a lot of that shit is like, oh, hold on, what we got going on? Comcast, you trying to strike? I got my eye on you. But my thing is just that I really do wish they got to figure out something to make women's sports more interesting, because I think it's awful that basically the peak level of success for a woman is the collegiate game, because there's more people at collegiate games than there are at any fucking WNBA game. Like, hands down, dog. Like, it's not even close. And so I wish there was just a better option for them. I wish the comments still existed, because I'd rather be talking about them right now. But anyway, here is the thing. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, tennis and MMA. That's what you get with the ladies. Women's volleyball is great to watch. I mean, it's like to watch from the lower half. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care about the ball. Did the ball go over the net when I'm watching? I don't fucking know. Who knows if the ball ever goes over the net? I don't know. That's not what you watch volleyball for. You watch volleyball for the fucking shorts that fucking pop the butt out and, you know, expose the onion that just brings that little single tear out you that makes you feel so proud that you're watching. Pervert. How dare you, James Harden? I'm a fucking disgusting pervert. If you're going to say it right. I am a motherfucking pervert. I don't even give a shit. Anyway, I'm a woman abuser. I don't abuse them. I beat it up, but I don't abuse them. But anyway, so let's get back to talking about the right. You say softball kind of lived beside that. I was watching a softball game the other day, and it was super funny because it was on ESPN, and like they kept zooming in, like, you know how they wind up and they throw the pitch. And so as the chick was pitching the ball, like they kept zooming in, and you could see, like, right at the release of her fucking pitch, like her ass cheeks would clench up. Like, it was super fucking funny. My old lady was like sitting there watching it with me. I was like, look at this. Like, watch, her ass gonna clench up every time she pitches this bitch. It fucking, like, and they zoomed in every fucking time, and you see that shit lock up. I was like, good grief. Good grief. T York, what's the motherfucking deal? Man, y'all already know how I go in the sauce, man. This is gonna be authentic. I gotta give it to y'all all natural, man. We're gonna keep it organic. But let's get back on the topic, because you made a variety of good points and about naming some of those players. When you mentioned Jimmy Butler, that's a good name. I like Jimmy Butler personally. Jimmy Butler plays defense. Jimmy Butler plays hard. Pause. But the thing is, because I see y'all on some suspect stuff tonight, so I got to make sure I cover my loose ends. Jimmy Butler's a guy that I like, because y'all saw the difference in the T-Wolves with and without Jimmy Butler. Like, let's not act like Jimmy Butler's just garbage. You know, he's a solid player. Because, I mean, these are things that you have to consider. What other alternative opportunities do you have? Say we miss out on CP3. And here's an interesting thing, because a lot of people are saying the destination for PG3 or PG-13 is LA, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, is CP3 the leverage for Houston to get LeBron? I mean, what is the major factor in your opinion? I want to know what y'all think in the chat too, because at this point, what I feel like is going to happen is LeBron's going to get dusted in these fucking in these finals. What they're going to do though is next game the Cavs will probably win, because the NBA don't want it to just seem like a wash. You know what I'm saying? So they'll probably give the Cavs like one game, but they're going to make sure that the Warriors have a solid enough lead to win it again. So is it LeBron's ego? Is that the major factor? Is it, hey, I'm tired of seeing these raggedy motherfuckers who really feel like they doing some shit because they went and compiled a bunch of talent together, and they really feel like they some, because I feel like if it was me, I'd want to kick Steph Curry in the fucking teeth. Like, if I was LeBron James, I'd pick that little bitch up by the fucking neck. Wardell, who the fuck you think you bucking up to? Like, because that's the type of shit. Like, Steph Curry is the type of nigga that bucks with you when the police show up. You know what I'm saying? You be calling this nigga. You could call this motherfucker out for an hour, and he's the type of dude that gets bucked when the police show up. You know, knowing ain't shit finna fucking happen. That's the type of character that he is, and I hate that shit, dog. Like, I hate that shit. Yeah, and so they're clowning, but what, like, the thing about me is, like, it's so pussified, their whole behavior, because you're gonna realize it's 4 of y'all, 5 of y'all.
When they know they're winning.
Yeah, 4 or 5 of y'all against one man, and you know this. But what they try to do is that's why they trying to, give his teammates credit. Don't give it all to LeBron because they just want to make it seem like y'all know y'all playing just against LeBron. Y'all know when y'all play against a real team, y'all have no fucking chance. Like, because y'all aren't real. When you come against some real motherfuckers who are really gritty and ready to play some fucking basketball that are healthy, the Warriors ain't got nothing for them. But is it LeBron's ego? Is it CP3's pocketbook? Is it? I mean, there's a number of things. My thing is, how does LA pull off a move? Say that PG-13 wants to go there. Well, what if it's true? What if LeBron does want to go play for the Lakers and he wants to take CP3 with him? Then what happens? Like, there's so many interesting scenarios that are taking place this offseason. I expect to see a lot of major moves. I expect to see a lot of name changing, and I think that the Rockets are going to be at the center of it because, like Maury just mentioned earlier, he was just did an interview and he's saying, I don't understand why other teams aren't obsessed with beating the Warriors because right now the way that they're designed, they're going to be around for the next few years. So if you just want to, have an exercise of futility and just play seasons and just let the Warriors continue winning it until they fade out, which is what a lot of teams seem to be doing, I don't get it. I feel like Fertitta, Maury, they're on the same page. Fertitta said he ain't really tripping on the money. But my thing is the financial gymnastics that you would have to do to be able to retain CP3 and bring a guy like LeBron in. But I think LeBron comes, you lose Capella. And that's my one thing that I think is rather unfortunate because you have to replace a big. And I think that's where we start getting stuck. And I know you mentioned DeAndre, but is he a free agent this year?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, well then, that's very interesting. That's very interesting. Yeah, if he's a free agent.
That's why I said this thing, because he's a free agent.
Yeah, but this is part of the reason why I talk about the money and I talk about paying CP3 because CP3 has ties to all of these other people. Shit, not fine for Nene. Nene can only play half a season. He don't play back-to-backs. You know what I'm saying? He just be cooler. But my thing is LeBron willing to take a cut to say, because it's been rumored LeBron say he's going to take he wants the max deal. Because my thing with CP3 is, like I said,
I don't think LeBron's taking a cut, though, because of what he wants to do after his career. Mm-hmm. He's not taking a cut. He's not taking a cut. He wants to own the team like Jordan. He want to buy the Cavaliers for all sake, probably. Damn, shit, you never know.
Zochi ain't gonna be ready for like another 2 years. Zochi is a long-term project. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But again, Zochi having another year under Hakeem. Of course he's not getting Capella attention. But if Capella bounces, then you got Zochi, you got whoever else that they pick up or whatever, Joe Cheese. But the thing is, man, the biggest concern, and this is my thoughts, and this is what I want to know what you think about this breaking news, Bray. Rhino, what do we do with the rhino? In reality, the last male white rhino is extinct. Now,
all right.
So,
I'm going to go ahead and make this connection what I said earlier. You remember the trades and stuff in the draft? It's the reason why we wait till after the draft to make a moves, because then we can move our first round picks in the future to other teams. Mm-hmm. Since we traded back to back, we have to wait until after the draft to trade. Mm-hmm. So, Rhino, $20 million, but you also package Eric Gordon, and then you also package Nene and all of them players. You can get a player with the picks, like a Paul George from OKC, because that is a player option, so he can opt in. Mm-hmm. If they can convince him to opt in, then they can get a Paul George. Butler got 1 year left on his contract. We could convince him to come here, and maybe after that take a max, and him and Harden could be a 1-2 punch at shooting guard and small forward, even after Chris Paul. It's so many options because of we can force a sign and trade for these players so they can get something instead of nothing. Yeah. It's that way. So yeah, that way. It's that easy. That way.
So I got a question for you. Who is the Rockets' starting five at the beginning of the season next year?
Okay. It's gonna be a big roster haul. They say they wasn't gonna do a roster haul. They're doing the roster haul to win the championship. They don't care. We gonna win the ship, no matter or not. Fuck the Warriors. Fuck them niggas in Golden State that runs LA now apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Starting 5, point guard Chris Paul, shooting guard James Harden, small forward is gonna be Paul George.
Okay.
Power forward PJ Tucker. That's easy. And then center, it won't be Capella. It'll be DeAndre Jordan because of the money factor.
Okay.
Now, also, our starting 6-man won't be Eric Gordon. I mean, not a start, but our 6-man won't be Eric Gordon. It'd be another man, Tariq Evans.
Ooh.
I'm just saying.
Okay. I mean, I'm asking your opinion. Okay. I agree with you for the most part on your starting 5. I don't know. I just feel like the Rockets find a way to retain Capella because 1, it's a project that they've been working on. 2, to see the growth that he had, just almost mid-year, and I feel like the potential that he has, it hasn't been tapped yet. I don't think they let that talent walk.
All right, so I just thought about something. We're not taking LeBron. We're taking a $19 million contract from Paul George. It's not the $30 million contract from LeBron. That gives you extra $10 million. So you add that on to what DeAndre Jordan would take, which is 12 to 13. That's $23 million. Capella would take that. I'm just saying. So, I mean, Capella is interchangeable with Jordan. But if you want to save some type of money and get some more bench players, you will rather take Jordan than Capella. But it doesn't matter. It could be Capella or Jordan because they're replaceable in most spots. It's just Capella got more potential because he's younger. And you've seen him grow consistently over the years. Yeah.
Now, that's something I've heard the Rockets mention, too, is saying that they want to get younger. And so that's something to consider because, again, is CP3 the oldest guy on the roster? Who's older than CP3?
No,
Nene. I forgot. Look, Nene don't play half the time. Nene like half. One day he on the roster, one day he ain't on the roster, so he don't count. Plus he got dreads, so he get the benefit of the doubt. Dreads make you like 5 years younger than you really are.
Now, can I get, he is very. I mean, he's valuable to Capella. He's very valuable to Capella because he was right there with Capella when they was losing. He tells him how to handle himself on the court. I'm just saying.
Okay. But the thing about DeAndre Jordan, even though he may be older, he's still very athletic. And all you got to do is he can do the same shit Capella does, fucking eating off the lob, man. I mean, shit, it's all Gucci-fied.
I just seen that live. I'm just saying he has a better defensive presence in the paint than Capella does. I'm just saying. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, and I think he has a better spring. I think he does provide a few things that Capella's not quite able to do yet, or may not be able to do. But I think, again, like I say, I think that with Capella working with hands-on with Akeem is giving him some of that third eye view of the game, the things that we don't see as, fans, the little nuances, the little shit that the little mind games, the little the game with inside the game, as they say, the shit that goes down in the paint. I mean, look, I know I used to play dirty in high school, so I can only imagine the shit they do in college and the pros, just the little shit to get over on people. I mean, again, the little things that you don't see.
Shit, Draymond Green was crying about Harden pitching his ass last year.
Exactly. Little shit like that. You got to understand how crafty you have to be to pull off these kind of things and this type of shit. All right, so here is the deal. I see a couple of folks hitting on the sauce line, and I'm going to answer those. Then I'm going to activate the sauce line, so if y'all want to text or call in, that will be available. Let me shoot some sauce y'all's way. It's been a while, man. I'm going to hook y'all up. Let's go 500,000. Let's get the sauce back activated. I know I said I'm gonna limit the sauce, but I think I'm gonna try my best to go back. I mean, it's only been a couple of days off, but I'm gonna try to keep it daily, just cause. But we're gonna just some sort of things will change. The Christian will just still stay on the weekends. So we're gonna do 500,000. We'll call it. Let's see. What's the code word? Fuck it. Here we go. And we'll make it 5 minutes so y'all can get some of that action. I want to damn it. Again, like I say, if you're on the north side of town and you are looking, because I know some of you guys are some of the fans or some of the followers, some of the sauces, a little bit younger, and some of you guys are playing ball. I want you to get on the gram, and I want you to check out TaylorMade 360 Training. That is a close personal friend of mine. I vouch for what he does. So if you're looking to get better overall as a athlete and as a football player especially, and you're looking to step it up for next year, so make sure you check that out, TaylorMade 360 on Instagram. And I got to double check it. I'll make sure to put the proper website. I want to say it's TaylorMade 360 is the website, but Taylor, Taylor. But let me not lie to you. But like I said, close personal friend of mine, damn good at what he does, and I suggest that y'all check that out if y'all are looking to get better in the football department. So, with that being said, let's see.
Wait, hold on.
What's happening?
That wrong, but I'm just saying, Cousins is the name too. I'm just saying, sign and trade opportunity. Just saying.
You said Cousins? I don't. It's out there. It's out there. I'm not a big fan of that one. That's the one I've heard someone make mention of before. Again, like, it's a couple of guys, because this locker room seems to have fun. They seem to. Cousins just seems like fucking sour grapes, dog. Like, he's mad because he's existing right now or some shit. Like, he woke up and had to breathe, and he just seemed like he's angry about that. But again, who knows? Again, the teams that you're on can affect the way you vibe. He may need a different flow, a different feel. Let's see who we got. What the? I want to see this shit. This shit only giving me fucking new features in the middle of the fucking trying to check numbers and shit here. All right, so it says who we got. Okay, Chandler says if Chris Paul and LeBron James are able to take a pay cut or max contract, just say. But I got a question for you, Honcho. And let's see, it says, if that's what LeBron decides to take, a pay cut or a max contract, I say we go into the draft and sign and trade deal with Cleveland, and they trade us. It's Chandler. Shout out from Katie. Shout out to Katie. What's the motherfucking deal, Katie? I think he actually said that a little bit earlier in the conversation, and it's kind of missed up some of that. Let's see. Would you let Gordon go if that's what it took to get rid of Rhino? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Gordon already wants to leave.
Yeah, I'm telling you. I mean, you can look at Gordon. You can see the things he does. It says his body language to me tells me that he wants to go to a team where he feels like he can be the man. Gordon feels like he can be the man. If he can be the star six man, we've seen what he's done when he's had opportunities to start. I think Gordon, like I said, I can't put words in his man's mouth. Again, like Braylon said earlier about CP3, these are speculations. CP3 may be in a position where he says, okay, well, I made a lot of money. State Farm breaking bread with me. I can get Mattress Mac to give me a little deal or something. I'm gonna pull a couple of licks around the city of Houston to make up for the money, and take a bit of a discount.
I'm an NBA PA president.
Yeah, But again, though, I'm glad you said that, because this is something that he's preached to a lot of young players, a lot of other players, is get the max money, because these fucking owners got plenty of money. And you need to get as much as you can. That's kind of a staple of his belief. He's told a lot of people that, and you know what I'm saying. So that's why I feel like a lot of people are leaning towards that he will take or will be requesting the max deal. But again, like I said, at this point in your career, knowing that you were that close, I mean, do you care more about winning a ring, which is it's gonna have some sentimental value, or about providing generational wealth for my family for the foreseeable future of that, as far as we know? I mean, shit, a few $100 million, that'll definitely take care of your family for a few generations. So my thing is,
not continuing. I'm gonna talk about something real quick.
Okay. Trade for Kyrie? No, thank you. I'm not a Kyrie fan, dog. Not really a big Kyrie fan.
I'm a Phil flat world ass nigga. Fuck you.
Feel like the Rocks are gonna pull a Montrezl Harrell and end up trading Xochitl in a package trade. That's interesting. Shout out to Bay City. What's the motherfucking deal? What's up, Roy? Rich the Kid. I don't be into a lot of this youngster shit that they be on, because last time I saw Lil Uzi Vert, he was wearing some kind of gay sex outfit, and then the next day he running up on the other little weirdo, Rich the Kid. Both of them looking like some angry lesbians.
Nah, I've said this and I'm sticking to it. Rich the Kid look like a player that we make off of GTA 5 online.
Oh my God. Both of them dudes though. If I'm telling you, if them two dudes actually got into a fight, it would be like watching two stud lesbians fight.
That was about to, but Rich the Kid got scared. So.
Yeah, I seen he ran off. Like, how are you scared of Uzi Vert? Like, seriously. But anyway,
he hit behind his own clip. I'm like, how the fuck you do that?
Yeah, like you let this man hop out on the corner on you in public in front of everybody. You should have ran down. But again, irrelevant. If CP3 decided not to re-sign with us, would you move Harden back to point and add Paul George and Jimmy Butler as the 2 and the 3? That's a very good point. Shout out to Wise. That's definitely something to consider. I mean, if CP3 doesn't, and you can pull that type of move off, then I may say, shit, go for it, because I think you still have a solid team. My thing is, I don't think just CP3 and LeBron make a super team. I think that CP3 was a good asset in Houston because of the things that we already had. Because even without CP3, I felt like the Rockets could beat the Cavs just because the rest of our pieces are so much better than what they have. That's just my personal opinion. But CP3 helped us put us up a notch. And really we're aiming for the Warriors, not the Cavs, because the Cavs are about to lose to them too. I mean, but in the end game, and I want to talk a couple of Texans here because I'm gonna get ready. We're gonna get ready to hit the end game here in just a second. But my thing is this: if LeBron, he's gonna want to say Kyrie the GOAT though. Hell no, Kyrie is the I ain't even got nothing funny to say about him. He's just whack. I heard that Kyrie and who was that? He was talking about Kyrie and Harden. Not Kyrie and Harden. Kyrie and LeBron really fell out over a female. It was a female issue.
Hell no.
I mean, I'm just saying. Look. These players got wives and shit. But
if there was one NBA wife I would stay with, it would be Savannah James.
I mean, look. I mean, shit. Well, she was winning from the jump. She knew what she had going on from high school. It's like that's not a tough decision. What you gonna go do? What are you gonna do if you leave LeBron James?
Hey.
What are you gonna do? Hey. But let me tell you something though. That's what
I already got $1 billion locked up, to be truthful with you, with that Nike contract.
Yeah. So my thing is like, you only gonna get more money because he's gonna become an owner. He's gonna become a this and he's gonna become a that and a third, and he gonna eat. Like, come on now, that's not even gonna be an issue. My thing is, the one who's smart is that stupid trick Aisha, because she building her own fucking platform. And so if Curry's not going to be, he going to fall off eventually because she know that motherfucker got baby ankles. And she got to massage me every night after the game and shit. And so she know them motherfuckers raggedy. So she like, fuck, when this motherfucker fall off.
He in the top 10 of most money made in the world as athlete this year.
Who's that? Curry?
Top 10.
Okay, that's Aisha money. Cause soon as he start, like soon as them ankles fall off, she gonna take that. Her and Riley finna be balling.
Hey, give me 50 minutes. Yeah, leave me alone.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So.
Yeah.
What do we got going on here? Okay, appreciate the love. That was some from the gram. But okay, here's a couple things. I want to switch the subject. Just briefly, I want to talk about Texans for a little bit, and we can save a lot. We can get us a round table going sometime this week, and we can talk a little bit more on it. But just brief things that you've been hearing, things that I've been hearing. Of course, we all know, Watson and Waters slated to be ready for training camp. Hopefully, with no hang-ups, no inhibition, no nothing slowing them down. But I've been hearing a lot of good stuff. Of course, it's on air, no pads, no none of that, because once them pads get strapped up, it's a different deal. But I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about the Kiki kid. You know what I'm saying? Little Kiki has been out there balling. DeAndre's had a lot of good stuff to say about him. Let's be honest.
And that woke me up a bit when when Hopkins said that.
Yeah.
It woke me up to saying, okay, maybe he is something.
Yeah,
Maybe
look. So what I'm saying here though is, what's Braxton Miller's job looking like?
His job was already hanging by a piece of his dread. I'm just saying, it was already hanging by a piece of his dread to start off the off season in January. I'm just
what's up, Roscoe?
Saying that. But then you look at Kiki, as much hype as he getting, he might be starting, and that's hard to say on the Bill O'Brien team. Now, so if he does as good as we think he's doing and he starts, Braxton Miller gone. Yeah, Braxton gone. Thank you, Elijah Turner. Turner, damn.
Elijah, are there any ladies in your family named Tina? I'm not saying the Tina. I'm just curious if there are. You just have a Tina Turner in your family. I don't know why I thought of that randomly, but hey. Yeah, man, and I think that then like I said, I had a lot of high hopes. I still do have high hopes for Braxton because I saw a little bit in the OTAs. He looked like he got Reed good on one of them. He definitely shook Reed pretty well on one of those. But exactly, that's what I'm saying. That's at the same time. That's what you got. I want to see him do it against. What's love got to do with it? Hamnaring Kangao. I just want, like I say, I need to see some consistency out of Braxton because again, we saw like a little bit of it last year towards the end, like he was starting to do a little something.
And then the concussion happened.
Exactly.
Hey, speaking of concussions, man, I'm loving what I'm hearing about this strength and conditioning coach. Thank God they made the right decision and paid this man more money than what Colorado that was paying him. Because what I'm hearing right now, it feels brand new, basically from the body, and which is no homo. Pause. Correct that. Just saying. Everybody feels good, like they feel like they high almost damn near. Just saying.
Okay, that's a good feeling. That's what's up, man. I mean, if they feeling good and they're feeling youthful, and this guy's doing things that are getting them back into that position. I mean, my deal is just the ridiculous number of soft tissue injuries that took place. Yeah. Because that's basically a lot of non-contact stuff, a lot of just random things were happening, and a lot of that you blame on strength and conditioning, because that's that person's job is to know what is wearing you down, how to help you recover faster. Me personally, that I do believe that HGH and certain PEDs should be legal, because it's a lot of that shit isn't about anything but recovery. You still got to put the work in to get the shit. But again, that's neither here nor there. They don't even want to let the medical marijuana legal. That's a whole nother subject. We'll talk about that one day.
I was about to say, fuck all that shit until they let weave first off.
Yeah, that's what I say. So it's going to be a whole shebang on that. But like I say, just real interesting things. Some of the other rookies I haven't heard as much about. And about the guy, like I know what Brandon was kind of hit me to, said that this guy's been doing this for quite some time. This is the first I've actually ever heard of him. The guy standing outside of NRG basically begging for a tryout. But I forgot his name. What his name was. Excuse me, but he's like 6'.
Aries, something like that. I don't know.
Okay. But yeah, he's like 6'1" and 230, but again, I don't know if those are just numbers. Because like I say, if we just going by the numbers, this shit I'm finna go try out. Then if we just gonna do some shit like that. But I don't know if he has any experience or anything of that nature, but he's been hanging out there. Howard Reed and Colvin looking at OTAs. Like I said, again, I've heard nothing but other than that visual that I saw on Reed against Braxton Miller, but everything else that I've heard about him has been good. I mean, basically, ahead of the curve. Colvin, I'm not as sure. I haven't heard as much about him, but what I do like about this entire secondary, from what I am hearing, is that with the addition of Colvin, with Colvin and whatchamacallit included, that there's a new attitude to this secondary. I mean, and I think that's what we need. That's especially to be a secondary player. You gotta have a little attitude about you, because we know receivers, they're divas. They carry themselves a certain way. as a corner, a man who's generally tends to be on the island or safety, whatever it may be, you have to have a certain attitude. And I felt like our secondary definitely lacked that. Now, I don't know if that comes from getting beat so many times that you just lose the enthusiasm. I don't know if that comes from a coaching standpoint where you don't have faith in, you know.
Why the hell you smiling? Oh, my bad. My bad. I'm watching the Astros and this dude pissed me.
Speaking of the Astros, man, what do you think about the Beers kid?
Oh, dude can mash. I'm talking about mash, man. Okay. Now, people may not be amazed by 22 home runs in a season. In college, that's amazing. You don't see people get 10 home runs in college.
Yeah.
For a season. So, getting 22 in 1 year. And also, 2016, he was the player of the year in baseball. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So
how many new Clemson's fans does Houston have now? I mean, we are Clemson has to love the city of Houston. Clemson has to love the city of Houston, like, because they like, fuck it. Well, if they got anybody on the draft board, they're like, fuck it, Houston will pick them up. Like, it don't matter what sport. Like, we get a hockey team. Like, I don't even think they got no hockey players, but fuck it. If there was a hockey player from Clemson, we probably end up scooping his ass, whatever it may be. But
man, Clemson, Houston. Oh my God, it's like
Clemson.
Yes, Clemson. It started with it started with Hopkins, and then it's traveled down baseball.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, Hopkins came in and brought us the juice, man. It's been nothing but good looks. Have we had a disappointment from Clemson yet?
Not us. Not Houston.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Teams have.
Okay. He said $28 tomorrow night, get you a ticket, a drink, a hot dog, and a popcorn. Hey, yo. What's up with them hot dogs? But here's the deal.
I know that's the only Ryan Beast. Yeah.
Okay. They slicking like the authentic hot doggies. Okay, hold on. Yes. Okay, hold on. We got one call coming in. We're going to take this call, and then we're going to wrap it up. So let's see what we got. Hold on. Let me put the proper shit in so I ain't talking crazy. What's the motherfucking deal? Who we got calling in on the sauce line tonight?
You and the other guy. I was looking on the news in the sports news, and they're saying that that Washington's player from Washington Nationals, by Bryce Harper, he's a free agent next year. So, if you were the Astros, would you sign him or get a pitcher or a relief pitcher? That's my question.
Already. Okay, that's a bet. That's a good question. I'm appreciate the call. I believe it's Chandler. Shout out to Chandler if it is. Here's the deal.
One word quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, first off, I'm gonna answer this for you. Honcho don't know nothing about no baseball.
Exactly. So I was finna pass it all. I was finna CP3 finesse it. I was finna go this way to the right and then pass it to the left. I was finna hit the ooh-wee and I was finna toss it to Bray. But so
baseball. Now, second off, hell no. Although he is one of the best offensive players and best defensive players in the outfield, we can't afford that man. We still got to worry about Bregman, George Springer, and Correa. Worry about them first, and then go get you a Bryce Harper. But until then, no. And don't say nothing about no Keuchel because he's pissing me off right now. He allowed 7 runs, and we in the 5th inning.
Oh man,
he's not coming back. Please do not come back.
All right.
And 2 wise, he is getting $400 million. Heck no, it's almost $500 million. Not
good grief. That baseball money. Okay, but look, I'm telling you, I'm working on it. Look, slowly but surely. I ain't watching the game right now, but when I get out of here, I'm gonna go tune in so I can start yelling like Bray.
7 hits and 7 hits is oh my god. If you won the Cy Young 2 years.
3 varies, Heidi. Okay, we gotta watch out for that.
All right, let me calm down. Just go ahead and continue.
Okay. Yes. Well, here's the deal. Like I said, we're gonna bring it to a conclusion here, and I just want to say thank everybody for coming through. But again, if you want to try to get your athletic training on, go check out my partner, man, Taylor Made 360 TAYLOR. I think he operates over there on the north side near the I want to say near the 1960 area, but go get the information and don't let me lie to you because I'll be to tell you some shit that ain't true. Just go check it out for yourself, man. He's definitely on the gram. I follow him on the gram. I like a lot of stuff. So if you see me liking it, you can definitely see what he's got going on. If you're trying to get better at football, I'm look, I vouch for my dude straight up and down. Like, I used to play with him back at U of H. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, we've had several encounters, and trust me, the dude is legit. So if you want to get your game right, make sure you go ahead and holler at my boy. TaylorMade 360 Training. Get you some of that in your life. Bray, anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Man, just know, Burn not coming to Houston. As much as I want it to happen, he's not coming.
Okay. Voodoo, I see you, man. Like, here's the deal. Because I was about to go get a move made, and then you see, I'm like, I got 3 logos right now. Okay. And my thing was like I was gonna get the shirts made with the other logo that I originally had, but honestly I didn't like that where I had the words across the top and curved under the bottom. I really didn't like that one. And so like I have these 3 other logos and I'm trying them out. I actually meant to switch it up for this one because I was gonna kind of see which one. I want to see what Sauce Nation thinks, because then if I make the shirts, send y'all these shirts, and then switch up the fucking logo, I feel kind of like a fucking dickhead. You know what I mean? So I'm trying to find something that I want to stick with permanently. So I'm trying a couple of different things, switching a couple of different things up. So what I'll do probably next, Sauce, is maybe show all the different logos I made, and we'll take a vote on them, and then we'll go from there. You know what I'm saying? So dickhead shirts. I'm gonna make some dickhead pants. That's what I'm gonna make. Fucking call them throwback Sauce shirts. Ain't that a bitch? I already ain't even been around more a little over a year. I already got throwback shit. That's what's happening. That's why I fuck with y'all. But that's the deal. That's the deal. Won't be a Christian tonight. Like I say, we pushing that to the weekend. So like Friday, Saturday, maybe Sundays too. We'll just see how it feels on that. But I will be on the Mixer action later on. I'll be finishing up the Far Cry 5. The DLC came out last night, the Vietnam DLC. So I'll be fucking with that tonight. So if y'all fucking with your boy on the Mixer, holla at me.
Hey, Honcho,
Yes,
man, I ain't get my message back after I said I'll whoop your ass on Madden, but okay.
Oh well, man. I mean, shit. I don't even fuck with Madden like that. But I have to get my hands on the. I just really don't want to buy it because I don't play it like that. But we'll make something shake. We'll figure it out. Because I think it's on the EA thing. And I'm supposed to play Voodoo too. I still ain't played Voodoo. I got a couple of folks I got to play on that. I just like I say, I don't fucking ever fucking. I like adventure shit, so but I owe y'all that. I did say I was gonna play y'all, so I do owe y'all some motherfucking game. I'm not playing no motherfucking Fortnite, dog. Okay, that's out there. I tried the Fortnite Friday with y'all motherfuckers. One time ain't nobody show up, so that was it. That was the last time I was fucking with it.
Hey, Wise, stop gloating. You got a brand new PS4. Stop gloating, damn it.
He fucking with the phone. Look. As much as it hurt.
I got the Xbox now, Wise. Now you can catch it on the Xbox any day,
man.
But on the PS4, not yet.
Look, y'all want to get on some pub. Y'all want to do some of that. I fucks with you on that, but man, Fortnite is just some other shit to me, man. I just can't. I don't know. It's just hard for me to get into. It's like I understand the appeal. Don't get me wrong. Like I understand the appeal. It's like doesn't take itself too seriously. Excuse me. It's supposed to be fun and all that other weird shit. It just seems so fucking corny to me, dog. Like it does. I just can't get into it. Like I really can't. Like all the dance and all the emotes, all the little weird shit. Like I saw a whole fucking motherfucker recreate the "This Is America" video with Fortnite dance and shit. Like that's what it tells.
I saw that shit. Yeah.
So that's my thing. But with that being said, y'all know how it goes. What's the motherfucking deal, Joshua? I mean, like I say, Jackson, I don't really play, but like I said, I can fuck around and get that little EA shit. It's like $5-6 a month, and then you can play whatever. Yeah. So we can. No Kush there tonight.
Hey, bro, can I tell y'all, bro? I downloaded Fortnite and I ain't opened that app since.
Yeah, that's what I say. I played it at that time. I played with White Persuasion. One night we played around, and I think that's it. I haven't opened it up. That motherfucker be updating and shit. I'm like, man, you taking up space on my fucking Xbox, updating and shit. I don't be playing this shit. You say, man, $12 right now? That's 2 months of EA shit. Because then I pay that $12, I'm stuck with that fucking bad. I could be playing some other shit with the EA shit, so I'm gonna fuck with that.
Right, but you get Battlefield 1, you get all them games on EA Access for $5.99 a month. I'm like, no, $4.99 a month.
But Brandon Brooks, yeah, we had talked about Brandon Brooks hating and just really like unnecessary. Again, Brandon Brooks has mental issues, dog. Honestly, like I honestly feel that way. Because me personally, just like a bitch, if I don't fuck with the bitch no more, I don't give a fuck about it. I'm not finna still be talking to that hoe. If a nigga ask me, what's up with that old bitch, man, I don't fuck with that bitch no more. That's just it. That's how I play it. Like, for you to be so concerned about some shit that happened because, this new coach came in and it wasn't as fun as it used to be. Okay. You still got paid, right? You still cashed them checks, right? Okay. Like, who the fuck want to hear you complaining about some shit not being fun and entertaining when people got to work real 9-to-5s? Like, nobody cares about that. Like, the thing is, like I say, my deal was the man tried to come in and implement a culture. He's a first-time head coach. This ain't college. You're dealing with grown men. He was trying to implement this team first mentality. So that's why he got rid of all the pictures and took the names off of shit and all that other stuff, because he was trying to change up the culture and make it be known. Like, so I have no fault in that. Did it work? Not really. I mean, you had a winning season immediately after. You've had winning seasons up until that last one, but I don't know. We'll really see this year if it is what it is, because all the pieces are in place. No excuses. But as far as Brandon Brooks on that bullshit, man, you just want to ring like I wouldn't give a fuck about any other team I play. I just won. I didn't got the big deal. Now it's time to go collect a check. If I'm not going to play for the fucking Texans, then I ain't worried about them paying me. Then I'm not talking about them hoes, man. So it is what it is. But I ain't even tripping. Some Dwight Howard type of thing. Yeah, acting like a female. Exactly, man. Yeah, he there you go. TaylorMade. That's a BET, man. That's why I was telling him to check you out. Appreciate you. I'm glad you fell through. Go check it out. TaylorMade 360 Elite Training, and make sure that y'all go get you some of that. Like I say, if you're trying to get better at football next season, if you're just trying to get your ass back in shape because you done got sloppy, you know what I'm saying? Your footwork fucked up. You can barely walk straight. You trip over yourself when you're walking, trying to get to class or go to work and all that other good shit, man. Look, hey. Go get you some of that TaylorMade 360 training, man, and I promise you will not regret it. You know what I'm saying? You can go check it out on the gram, see what he has to offer. The link to the website is there, and make sure you check that out, man. Heidi gonna be hanging in the cush there by herself this evening. She gonna hold it down though. I have, excuse me. I have faith. I have faith. I have faith in you, Heidi. So with that being said, man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in. I appreciate y'all for fucking with the flavor. I appreciate y'all for stirring up the sauce, man. Y'all the freshest motherfucking ingredients in the world. Breaking news, Braylon. I appreciate you. Look, PBA bowl, CP3. Oh man, CP3 is a bowler. That's what he gonna do when he get out of fucking when he retire from basketball. He gonna go be a professional bowler. Mark my words. he's a competitor. His ass ain't gonna be able to stop competing. That's what he gonna do. But with that being said, I didn't say y'all not a kush. I'm just saying I'm not going to, there's no kush there tonight till the weekend. So Heidi keeps pushing the kush den. So if y'all want to go hang out in the kush den, all y'all have to do is just go to kushden.com. It's going to take you to the live page. Y'all can just sit there and chat with each other, but I won't be showing up until this weekend. So I'm just trying to let y'all know that. So with that being said, I'm chunking up a deuce. Sauce Nation, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. And oh, shit, Comcast fucking up on me. Oh, goddamn. Ain't that a bitch? See, they ain't even telling me on our end. With that being said, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. Sauce Nation, y'all the freshest motherfucking ingredients in the world. And until next time, y'all stay saucy. We out.